Hello and welcome to Kunstadt Sports. My name is Peter Kunstadt and with me here is Mike, who you are already familiar with from our discussion about snowboards. Today we will be talking about selecting snowboard boots and discussing how those snowboard boots are built and also how we fit them to assure the optimum satisfaction of our customers.
So first we'll start with the anatomy of a snowboard boot. You have the shell, the liner itself, the sole of the boot, the tongue, and a system of closure. There are a couple different kinds of ways to close your boot up. There's laces with a boa, and then there's a double boa system to make sure you have the optimum fit and feel for your boot. So the first boot we're going to talk about today is the traditional laced boot. It just has plain old laces up the front to hold the boot closed. The lace is about halfway through the eyelets, last half of the way through the hooks. It does have a removable liner as well as a rigid tongue in the front and a regular rubber sole on the bottom. This boot's definitely aimed at your beginner rider, wants a softer feel across the shin as well as not breaking the bank. It's definitely an affordable option. The next boot we'll talk about is a boa boot. A boa boot has a stainless steel cable as well as a dial to crank that tongue all the way back. Boa boots are good for beginner through intermediate riders who want an ease of use boot. It's much easier on and off, as well as it's easier to adjust while on the hill. You don't need to take off your mittens, get cold hands. It works quite well for that. It's got the traditional rubber sole as well as a removable liner and a rigid tongue. The biggest difference being that overall the boot is a firmer feel against the shin, as there's no flex out of the stainless steel as opposed to the flex from the laces. The next boot is a combination of the first two, being it is a traditional laces down the front, but it does have a boa closure to hold the tongue against your foot, seating your heel all the way back. This boot is usually aimed at freestyle riders as it's softer in the front with the traditional laces, and you can adjust the firmness in the front, tying it looser or tighter. As well as still being able to hold your heel all the way back using a boa, so you don't have to worry about heel lift or any slip at all. So the final boot we'll talk about today is a dual boa boot. This particular boot's geared at an advanced rider. It's got a primary boa here that helps to hold the tongue all the way down and back, keeping your heel locked in firmly in the liner, and a secondary boa here to keep the shell closed. This boot also has a nicer liner in that it closes far more securely and helps hold your heel down. Heel lift is the enemy in snowboarding, and a better boot will help you keep your heel down. So first we'll start by measuring the rider's foot and determining what size we'll need to get the optimum fit in the correct boot for him. I'll get you to place your feet in the trays, slide your heels all the way back, and we'll slide them all the way in, and then we'll get you to stand up. And it looks like we'll be needing a size 10. First we'll start by opening the boa and releasing the tongue of the boot, getting it open as wide as we can. We'll pull out that tongue from the liner as well, and we'll get Peter to slide it on his foot.
God, that's nice.
So once we get his foot in the boot, we'll go ahead and close the liner, securing the tongue, pulling it tight, tuck that down, and then we'll let the laces go back, and we'll begin to crank it until he gets a firm fit across the top of the foot. And the wires are all fairly snug. You don't need to over tighten, that'll lead to pressure points and discomfort. So once we've determined that there are no pressure points across any part of the foot and he's got a firm foot and there's no heel lift when flexing the boot, we can go ahead and make the determination that that is the correct boot for the rider.
I hope you enjoyed our short presentation and thank you very much, Mike, for doing a great job. I would like to also point out to you that we have on our website a similar video on the selection and fitting of ski boots. Thank you very much for your attention and enjoy the show.